Long Dong Silver. Today we're going to talk about team affinities. As you guys may know, the legends of the franchise Team Affinity, the Stage 3 came out, and we're going to be ranking them, talking about them, kind of like weighing them a little bit. This rating is based off if I think they're endgame cards, and if I think they're usable. There are a lot of cards, like for example Don Mattingly, who look on paper really good, but you already know contact hitters are dog doo-doo in this game, and unless you have a slap swing, like Daniel Murphy, Rod Carew, George Brett, they have slap swings, and for contact hitters that's really good. You're not going to get any power out of that swing. Like Tony Gwynn would be a great example. You're not going to get much power out of that swing, but you can square it up, get some hard line drive doubles, and that's what you look for. But if you have an uppercut as a contact hitter, you're done. You're not going to get anything. But and there's some power hitters that can't do crap. And it's just how it goes sometimes. So let's get straight into number 30. So I'm sad to say, I think Jason Kendall is number 30. Good contact, decent fielder, good speed for a catcher, but that's about it. He's got good vision. He doesn't have good power. Doesn't have amazing standout arm or defense. He doesn't pop off as a great player. You can get Buster Posey for free during the 99 overall packs, or you can get Gary Sanchez out of the other packs that would be a lot better than Jason Kendall. I don't think he's usable. He's a contact hitter with not a great stance, but even worse swing, and he is not an endgame song. He's not an endgame card. Jason Kendall comes in at number 30. All right, not far behind him. This is a tough call. This is really tough. I didn't want to put him this low, but he's got good stats, good plate control, good velo and break, good arm, good pitch mix. The biggest thing that's holding him back is his pitch speed differential. Four-seam and sinker, not enough of a difference to make it stand out. Knuckle curve and changeup, again, 3 miles an hour is not special. He doesn't have any amazing quirks. He doesn't have outlier. He doesn't have other amazing stuff. He's got decent hitting for a pitcher, but the 100-109 it's not special. Speaking of hits in case per 9, they messed my man Mariano up. You cannot be the best closer in the game and have worse stats than Aroldis Chapman. That's bullshit. You need to have 99s across the board, 125s across the board. He's Mariano Rivera. Alright, I'm not a Yankees fan whatsoever. Don't like the Yankees, but you cannot blame Mariano for that. Sorry, little rant. AJ Burnett comes in at 29. Number 28 is Tom Hankey. When I first saw this card, I was like, yikes, this is not going to be great. The 3-pitch mix with 4-seam forkball slider that doesn't have outlier. Rob Dibble has three pitches but has outlier, which makes him a lot more usable. Hankey has amazing hits and Ks per 9, good velo, good break, good all across the board. Just a 3-pitch mix that's a fairly hittable 3-pitch mix. Forkball's not special. If it was a splitter, he'd be a lot higher in the list. Splitters are a lot better in this game. If his fastball is a sinker, if he had sinker, splitter, slider, he'd be a lot better. Well, sinker with outlier, I should say. But this is a usable card. I do not think it's going to be a heavily dependent card, but I think for bullpen options, this is a usable card. Tom Hankey comes in at number 27. Alright, I'm going to start speeding through these. This one is not better than AJ Burnett. He has better pitch differentials, only slightly. He's got better pitches. The cutter is really good in this year's game. Usually decent hits case per 9, decent all across the board, nothing really stand out, nothing really special. Al Leader comes in at 27. Number 26 is Don Mattingly. They gave him a lot more power than his previous year's cards, which makes him a lot more usable. I think not being a big power bat as a first baseman is not great. You can get a lot better first basemen on the market for $5K. I mean, there's nothing really special about him. He's got good contact, good vision, good fielding, but none of those things are things you really need as a first baseman. He does not have... Oh, he's got bomber, actually. That's changes things a little bit, but only a little bit. He still doesn't have the amazing power. He's got good, usable power, but he's not an endgame card. Don Mattingly ranks at number 26. Number 25 is one that is really saddening. I like Andre Dawson cards. I don't personally love using him, but I think he's a really good card every year. I think he is usable every year, and that changed this year. I think Andre Dawson in this year's game is not usable. I think his swing is not good. I think his stats look really good all around. He's all around good defender, good player. You can still use a few bags if you need. You can gun out somebody at home. He can hit tanks. He's got 84, 96 power, and bomber. But I think in this year he's not usable. I think that's sad. Andre Dawson comes in at number 25. Coming in at number 24, we have Matt Williams. Again, when I first saw this card, I thought buns, but taking a closer look, he's got usable stats. We would definitely be a platoon bat against lefties. You can get a better platoon bat in Ryan Braun for free, but I think he's usable against lefties. Against righties, again, he does not have a good swing, especially not for same side. But I think it is usable against lefties. I'm going to just keep saying that. He's not an endgame card by any means. You can get a lot of better third basemen or people who can play third base, and especially because he has no secondaries, he would not be useful in many people's lineups. Unless you're a Diamondbacks fan, I guess. Matt Williams comes in at number 24. Coming in at number 23, we have Dante Bichette. Again, this is another card that every year is hyped up for good reason. He's usually a really good hitter every year. You never really rely on his fielding. He doesn't have amazing speed, but in this year's game, again, I think he'd be more platoon bat. I haven't tested out his swing personally. I've tested out most of the other ones during Showdown. I have not been able to get Bichette. I don't know if it's just bad luck or what. I played like 12 times. Again, I do not think this is an endgame card. I think you can get a lot better. I think there's a giant pool of good outfield cards, and I don't think this one belongs in that pool. That's as much as I can say. Dante Bichette comes in at number 23. At number 22 is Dwight Evans. This card was hard to rank. He's really good defensively, really good. Decent swing even against lefties. Not great same side hitter like Posey, good against lefties, not very smooth against righties. He's got decent speed. I would put this in the same pool as Bichette. Really good, but not in the pool of amazing players that you have endgame. So no to endgame card, yes to good. Would I use him? Honestly, no. No, I would not. So I put Dwight Evans at number 22. Coming in at number 21 is Catfish Hunter. Pitchers are harder to rank. There's a lot more to, not a lot more, there's a little bit more to look at, and you kind of compare them to pitching in the game. If they don't have a sinker, they're automatically not going to be an amazing pitcher in this game, because sinkers are absurd in this game for some reason. He does not look better than Al Leader or many of other pitchers. The difference is his pitch differential. He doesn't have a great mix, but his speeds are a lot better. 93, 86. His fast two-seam has got a little bit of movement with a 94 break. It's honestly not much better than Al Leader, but I think it's enough. I do think it is enough. He's got a little bit more perks as well. I do not have him unlocked yet. I'm not going for this card. Endgame card? No. Is not an endgame card. Catfish Hunter, or Jim Hunter, is ranked 21. Coming at number 20 is Paul Konerko. This pains me. I love Paul Konerko cards. I'm not a Chicago fan, but I liked watching Paul Konerko. He terrorized us. This card is not good. I'm plain simple, not very good. He's a platoon hitter for the most part. You're not going to find very many first basemen that aren't better than him. You're not going to find any first baseman under 97 overall, that's for sure, that aren't better than him. I actually take it back. What was Don Mattingly? not an endgame card. This was the worst out of all of the AL Central division. The AL Central division is by far the strongest division they've released. The NL East is by far the weakest. But Paul Konerko, again, not an endgame card. Good power, good all around, but it's just like Andrew Vaughn type card. I mean, not much different. Paul Konerko caps off the bottom 10 at number 20. Right behind Paul Konerko is Tim Salmon, the new legend in the game. Again, he falls in the category of outfielders that are not in the great pool. He doesn't have good speed, he doesn't have amazing fielding, he doesn't even have amazing hitting stats. He's good all across the board, and in order to be an endgame outfielder, you have to be more than just good across the board. So, Tim Salmon ranks 19th. Coming in at number 18, I have Juan Marichal. The biggest reason he's up so high is because of his pitch mix and differential. He's got a fastball and he's got 2 curveballs. He's got the screwball is what is helping him. He's got good break, nothing special in velocity or hits in Ks per 9, not even over 100. Not even super special there either. There's quirks again. Oh yeah. So he's gonna get you a lot of either pop-ups or weak ground balls, and probably gonna give up a few home runs too, not gonna lie. But this could be an endgame card for some people. Personally, no, not even close. I would take Nate Pearson or Shohei Ohtani over most of these guys, and their first level face of the franchise in prospect packs. So I would put Juan Marichal at number 18. Coming in at number 17 is Fred McGriff. This card was a card that I thought was going to be the bottom 5 when I first saw this. Because again, like Konerko, he's not amazing offensively. He's nothing special defensively, and his speed's not great. Except the only thing that makes Fred McGriff high on this list is his swing. Fred McGriff has a reliable swing every year. He gets out of the box quick. He doesn't lollygag. He's got a good exit velo ratio. Like, usually he gets good exit velos. He's not a super home run hitter, but he hits hard line drives. That's all you can ask for most hitters in this game, is hit hard line drives. He would be a lot higher on this list if his stats were if his hitting stats were a little higher. So Fred McGriff ranks at number 17. Coming in at number 16 is a little controversial, Jim Palmer. I think this card looks on paper better than Juan Marichal. I think he's going to perform better. Jim Palmer's never been an amazing card in the MLB games. He doesn't have amazing blow me away stats. He's got 99 break, which is always nice, but again, it's not the most important 99 stat that you could ask for. I think he does look better than Juan Marichal. I don't think he's going to be an endgame card for many people. Again, like Marichal, I think this card is going to be fairly average all around. But so he ranks number 16th. Starting off the top 15 is Jeff Bagwell. This is a card I debated on putting in the top 10, maybe even the top 5, and then I looked more into it. He every year his stance and swing is a little wonky. And I think this year's game it matters the most. I think he's a good platoon against lefties. I do not think he's going to get good exit velos versus righties, and I think you could find a lot better exit velo and swing first baseman. Like Jason Giambi, his new home run derby card is going to be one of the best cards in the game, because Jason Giambi has a good swing in this year's game, especially, and he gets good high exit velos, and already I've loved using him. I don't think Jeff Bagwell is going to be an endgame card for the majority. I think it's going to be an endgame card for a few, especially those of Astros fans, because this card it's good. Whatever you look at it, it's good. His fielding's usable, good even. The speed usable. His vision's good. I do not think he's better than half of the other team affinities. So Jeff Bagwell ranks in the middle at number 15. Just above Bagwell, we have Robin Yount. This because, again, every year, Yount is a card that is good all around. He's nothing super special ever. He's got decent positions he can play. I mean, he doesn't need outfield, but as a shortstop, he looks really good. Diamond fielding is always nice, especially at shortstop. Decent speed. Seems like 71 is the magic number for most of the players in this game for some reason. He's got power just like Mattingly, where it's usable but not great. And the position he plays is the biggest reason why he's up at number 14. From one shortstop to the other, we have Michael Young coming in at number 13. This card looks more like a second baseman than a shortstop. Honestly, he doesn't have amazing arm at shortstop. He doesn't have good power. I would not say 79, 73 is good. I wouldn't say it's great. I'd say it's good, not great. The biggest thing holding him back from being in the top 10, I was going to put him in the top 10 for sure when I saw this card, because this card looks like it's going to be a really good shortstop, is the swing. His swing is god-awful. He does not generate high X velos. He doesn't even generate high putting ball in play rate. Like, he's just not my cup of tea. The only reason why he ranks above Yount is the secondary positions. And Michael Young ranks at number 13. Coming in at number 12 is John Smoltz. He would be higher on the list had he had better stats, honestly. He's got a good splitter, good pitch differential, good pitch mix. He doesn't have super high velo. He doesn't have... He's got good pitch, good quirks. He doesn't have a high velo. He doesn't have a super high hit, super high Ks per 9, but he's good all across the board. And I think that his pitch mix is good enough to sustain him as an endgame card. I would say this is an endgame card. We're getting into that list now. I don't think this is going to be a good endgame card, but I think this is going to be an endgame card for a lot of people. John Smoltz ranks at number 12. Coming at number 11 is George Brett. I'm so happy to see he's got a better card than years prior. Except in this year's game, power matters more than anything. Like, it's absurd. He's got really high contact, of course. He's got actually good power this year's game. He's got above 80 for both, which is usable. Very usable. I've seen a lot of people use him already. I think he should be a little higher on the list, but his secondary is kind of keeping behind, especially because he's got not great fielding. And then, he's got good, not great, not great fielding and not special speed. He's got a slap swing, which makes him a good contact hitter, and he's got good enough power to be sustainable. I think this is an endgame card for sure for a lot of people. George Brett ranks at number 11. Cracking the top 10, we got Lou Brock. This is a card I was very hesitant to put in the top 10. I would have traded him in Brett's spot hadn't it been for his swing. He's got an awful swing against lefties. Lefty, he's not good, but righty, if he faces a righty, he has gone yard a couple times on me already in the moonshot event. Granted, it's a moonshot event, but still. There's nothing special on defense, but his range, because of his speed, will be useful. He's a good leadoff hitter. He has an uppercut swing as a contact hitter, but he's got enough power to where if you square it up, it could go out. I would not consider this an endgame card for most people. I think this is a good card. I would say this is an endgame card for few and far in between. Lou Brock ranks at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is a card I'm very excited to say that is actually usable. And every single year prior to this year, I would say Al Kaline's cards have been unusable. I would say his swing has been awful. And this year, his swing just seems to be a little better. Not much. I would not say it's a good swing, but it's much better than it was. I'm excited to give this card a try eventually. Because being 99, he looks not awful. He's got high contact. He's got actual usable power this year. Good vision and a great defender. I would say that he's got usable quirks. I think this is an endgame card for some people. Not many. I definitely wouldn't say most. Especially with all the new cards that are being dropped right now. Especially the new Ken Griffey Jr. out. Outfield is a very, very, very tough position to have secured. I do not think Kaline fits in that pool that would secure an outfield position. Al Kaline ranks at number 9. Coming in At number 8 is a fellow outfielder in Tony Gwynn. Another hard position to capture is outfield. I've already said it a bunch of times. Tony Gwynn does a decent job in capturing a position. I think he's definitely an endgame card for a lot of people. He's got amazing contact. He's got a slap swing, of course, with his max vision, amazing fielding and speed combo. He's basically an Ichiro type player. I mean, other than bunting, of course. He's got more power than in most year's games, which makes him very usable. He's got a glitchy swing in this year. He's gone yard on me 5 times in 3 different games. Not 3 different games. In 3 total games in the Moonshot event. This card, if he squares up the ball, is going yard. I think they made him very usable in this card. And I very much appreciate that. But I do not think is sustainable enough power to keep in most people's endgame lineup. I think it is a good card, but not amazing, which is why I have him at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a shocker in Jim Thome. I was very excited to hear they released him, but I was upset. I was upset at the lefty stats. I know he's a righty killer, but this man had fucking jacked some home runs. Alright, you cannot give him maxed out versus righties and then a piddly 94 against lefties. Come on. And personally, this wouldn't be that big of an issue if his swing was usable. Sorry, this is a little bit of a personal thing. I hate his swing. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Even against the righties, I get low exit velos and sinking line drives. I get perfect fly ball fly outs to center. I cannot stand using this Jim Thome. I think it is a good platoon bat. I will get him as a platoon bat or as a bench bat because his swing is usable. His stats make it usable, but I think his swing is butchered. I think he should have gotten a better swing. If you perfect the ball, it will leave. I mean, I've gotten 6 or 7 home runs with him in Showdown, but I would not say you were going to get super rewarded for his swing. I'm very disappointed to say that. He should be number 1 or number 2. But he's not. Alright, I have him as number 7. Coming in at number 6 is Jay Buhner, a card I was very shocked to see was looking really good. You expect high power from Jay Buhner cards, but I didn't expect high contact as well. I think this is very similar to a lot of the Home Run Derby cards that are coming out now. He's a budget Aaron Judge with better fielding. And even though I do not think this is an endgame card, I think it is a very usable card, especially with a defensive outfielder. I do not think he cracks the top five, but I do think this is a very usable card. That's why I have him at number 6. Cracking the top 5, we have Mike Schmidt, a card I was concerned about at first. I've never been a fan of his swing. I've never been able to use it very well, but I think he got really good stats in this year's game. I think his swing is going to be usable. I think this is going to be a very, very usable endgame card with his defense at third base. I think if he had shortstop, he'd be probably a lot higher on the list. He had shortstop in, I think, last year's game. But either way, I think this is a very good card. Overall, very good card. I think this is definitely an endgame card for sure. That's why I have him ranked at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Kerry Wood. I think the slurve cutter combo is going to be very deceptive. His pitch mix is really good. His pitch differential is really good. He's got high velo, very high velo, very high break. He'd be very reliable to be a strikeout pitcher. I mean, he's got 122 strikeouts per 9. He's got 101 plate control. Or that's pitching clutch. I'm retarded. He's got the control is what I was going to say was going to be an issue. The 52 walks, 72 control, and 78 home runs per 9 is going to be an issue. This year's game is going to be an issue. He doesn't have outlier. He doesn't have control artist. So it's going to be an issue, which is why he's not higher on the list. But he's going to be a very usable card. I might pick this up. Kerry Wood ranks at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is a long-awaited card. Eric Davis. This card looks amazing on paper. His swing is one of those swings where it's a line drive swing. I'm not gonna lie. It is a line drive swing. It doesn't get the highest exit velos, but he's got a good swing from both sides. Righty, lefty. It's a good swing both sides. It is a usable swing. He's got that amazing range in the outfield with a 96 speed, 93 reaction. He's got 92 arm. He's solid all around. He's even got good quirks that'll help you in the game. I think this is a very, very, very solid all-around card. This is going to be endgame cards for a good amount of people. I think you'll find this card in a lot of lineups. That's why I ranked it number 3. Coming in at the second spot in the ranking, is Oral Hershiser. He's got a good pitch mix. He doesn't have a fastball. That doesn't matter. He's got a sinker in this year's game. That matters more than anything. Oral Hershiser has been a card that's been very, very reliable in every single year's game that I've played from 14 on. I don't even think he was in 14. I don't even remember. I can't remember. He doesn't have amazing hits per nines, but they are really good. They're very usable per nines. Great control. This man dots people's lives away. He dots up everybody. 125 pitching clutch. It's going to be very helpful. He's got untouchable sinker ball and illusionist. Those are a really good combo especially for sinker ballers. I haven't picked him up yet. I might. I think this is definitely an endgame card. You will find this in a lot of people's lineups for sure. For sure. As long as they don't patch him and destroy him, this should be a very good card. He ranks at number 2. And the number 1 spot goes to the Killer. This was a long-awaited card. For me, I was so ready to have a Diamond Killer Brew card. I enjoy using his gold in events or against CPU. I'm not a giant fan of his swing, but I think his swing is still very, very usable. This is a card you will see in so many people's lineups or benches. He doesn't have amazing contact, but it's Harmon Killebrew. You expect massive power. Massive power. He's got crappy fielding, poor speed, but it's the hitting that makes up for it. Almost maxed out power versus both sides. This is a home run derby card that plays third base. I mean, I think you can get a Todd Frazier for more of a budget than this Harmon Killebrew, but I think Harmon Killebrew swings a lot better. I mean, what is it? Online in 16 games with him, I'm batting .407 with only 2 yaks. Oh yeah, I got like 6 triples with him or something stupid. 0 triples. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh well. Whatever. But he doesn't have amazing quirks, but the stats make up for it for sure. For sure. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my ranking. If you disagree or don't think we have the same opinions, then let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy these cards. I know I will. I already picked up Harmon. For sure. But see you guys in the next episode. Next video. Peace.